All right, we're calling these books early readers. This morning we've got some books to tell you about in that category. And back to tell us about them is author Katie Davis. Thanks for joining us once again.
It's my pleasure.
I want to make sure I get the lingo down right here, because these are
you
not...
and everybody else.
Exactly.
Right.
There are easy readers.
Right.
These are not them. That's a step back.
That's right. Well, not back. I mean, it's an earlier step. So,
Gotcha.
so kids start with picture books usually. You know, sitting in the lap, having a nice cuddle with somebody, and the next thing they like to do is sort of get into independent reading, which is great because independent readers prove all kinds of studies in the American Library Association and everything. They do all these studies, and if you start out as an independent reader, you grow into success in school. Okay. So which leads to success in life.
So you start with the picture books, easy, and then early.
Right, and easy readers have more pictures, fewer words, repetitive words, and it sort of introduces kids to reading on their own independently.
Gotcha.
And this is sort of the next step, where there are chapters. Some people call them chapter books, some people call them early readers. And I've seen online in writers, you know, chat rooms and things like that, people who have been in the business a long time, me included, still going easy reader, early reader. So it fluctuates with the terms. But these books are early readers, and they're chapter books, early chapter books.
Let's talk about a couple of them.
And I love this book. This is actually a debut book, like Pickle Juice on a Cookie. It's just the title is great. Yeah. And it's a wonderful, heartrending book about a little girl named Eleanor who has a loss, and it's her babysitter who's babysat for her. Both her parents work, and this babysitter's come in every day to take care of her, and she has to leave town because her father is sick. And this is a really wonderful book because most books like this, I don't think they really show how hard it is and really give the kid the respect that kind of mourning deserves. And so this is a wonderful thing, and she has to learn to cope, and her parents kind of are good, but they sort of fumble with it, but then they kind of get it, and I just love this book. And
it's sort of a lesson learned too, as well as an interesting story. All right.
Although I hate the whole lesson thing, but that's another thing. Now, that's a whole other show.
Have Fun, Anna Hibiscus.
This is really fascinating. Now, this book, I also love this book, and I think that like Pickle Juice on a Cookie is very quickly accessible for a child, but Anna Hibiscus, she's from Africa, and so it's accessible because she's got universal issues too, and connection and stuff. She goes to Canada to see her grandmother, who she's never met. She's never seen snow. She has to make new friends, and all those are very familiar situations, but in a sort of a more exotic flavor. And so in this one, kids can get into reading by associating with the character. This one, they may get fascinated by the character and get into reading. So that's also good. And Clementine these are all series also, which is another way to get kids really excited about reading, because once they start loving a character, they can keep going with that character. So, and Clementine, hysterical book. I love it. And this is, I don't even know what number this is. I have no idea. It could be 8th or 12th.
It's a lengthy series, in other words.
It's a great series. She's a really funny character. She is the daughter of the super in a building, and she's got a friend, and she's always into all kinds of mischief, and her brother has no name because she always calls him some name by a vegetable because her name's Clementine, so she doesn't think it's fair. She's a fruit. He should be a vegetable. So every other paragraph's like, well, broccoli has to go to bed now, or whatever. And what about carrot? He has to. So it's very funny, and they're all of these books are really, really great ways to get kids into independent reading, and which we really need to support. Okay,
let's just quickly mention the ones we got down here.
Dodgeworth in Rome. And Just Grace is also, actually all 5 of these books are all series, so. Yeah.
Just Grace and The Double Surprise.
And these books are from the library, and it's always great to support your local library, because they need all the support they can get right now.
That's the best way to do it, absolutely. Well, if you want to know more about what we've been talking about here this morning, you can log on to our website, WTNH.com, and click on the Good Morning Connecticut icon. Still ahead on Good Morning Connecticut, we'll take a live look out in New London for you in just a second, and we'll give you the day's top stories and the forecast when we come back.